there, fellow travelers. I'm talking about something today that we all face. If you've ever found yourself struggling to fit everything you need into your suitcase before a trip, I've got some tips for you today that will help you pack light and still make sure that you have everything you need when you get to your destination. So I'm leaving in a week for 30 days and I'm taking a carry-on suitcase along with my computer overnight bag. And as I was preparing for this trip, I realized I kind of have a method that I use when packing light, and I thought I'd share it with you and hopefully you'll find it helpful. Thanks for watching. I post videos weekly about making travel easier and tips for solo travelers. If you like that sort of thing, please consider subscribing so you don't miss one. Today, I'm talking about how to pack light because there are so many benefits when you do. It took me just one trip overseas to decide that I needed to learn to pack lighter. I had brought so many items that I didn't wear and were completely unnecessary. And then there was the dragging that large suitcase from town to town on trains and planes. Not fun. Now, to be real, overpacking is a common struggle for most of us. We want to make sure we have everything we need, and we're also used to just curating our outfits when we're at home, like our shoes, our purse, our jewelry. But doing this when traveling can really lead to hefty baggage fees, lugging around heavy suitcases, sometimes on cobblestone streets or up flights of stairs, no extra room in our suitcase, and just plain inconvenience. But fear not, I've learned through my travels that there are ways to avoid these pitfalls, and I'm gonna share 3 ways to streamline this process for you. So how can you pack light without sacrificing the essentials? Well, first off, what I do is spend some time doing advanced planning because it will save you a lot of headaches later. Planning your outfits in advance is going to keep you from bringing unnecessary items. When I'm selecting outfits, I try to create a capsule wardrobe. So I do this by selecting versatile pieces that can be mixed and matched to create different looks. So I also choose clothing items in fabrics that are lightweight, wrinkle resistant, and quick drying. Also, I've learned that if I arrive at my destination and I really wish I would have packed just one more item, I can do a little shopping and pick up a new piece that also is going to bring me some great memories of my trip whenever I wear it back home. So I don't stress about if I forgot something. Limiting yourself to 2 or 3 colors to coordinate with everything works really well. For example, for my upcoming trip, I'm bringing clothing that is black and ivory along with a few gray pieces. And this way I can mix and match my tops and bottoms easily. So I'm bringing 2 pairs of pants, 5 tops, 2 dresses, and a sweater. This is a summer trip, so of course, if you're packing for a different season, you need to take that into account. With that outer layer that you bring, you might need a heavier jacket if it's a colder time of year. I also bring 1 pair of walking shoes and a pretty pair of sandals. Shoes can add a lot of bulk to a suitcase, so I limit my footwear to 1 or 2 pairs that can cover a range of activities from walking to nice dinners out. My second tip is to use packing cubes. Now, packing cubes are really wonderful. They keep your belongings organized and compact. I'll link my favorites in the description for you. But once you've got your items picked out, you'll want to categorize them into their own packing cubes. This is going to help you to stay organized during your trip, and you can easily find all your options when you open your bag or your suitcase. For example, my categories are undergarments, pants, shirts, and dresses. Having a variety of sizes of packing cubes is also going to make packing easier. And I also like to use ones with a clear view window so that I can see what's inside without unzipping it. After your items are inside each cube, then you're ready to arrange them inside your suitcase. That's actually kind of the fun part for me because it's like solving a game of Tetris with putting the cubes in. I start with like the largest packing cube first, and I place it on the opposite of the shoe side of your suitcase. That's usually the one with the straps that can be buckled and tightened. So from there, I just play around to fit in the smaller ones. Remember, they don't have to all be flat. Some of the cubes can also be on their sides, like the rectangular shaped ones. I found that for me, using packing cubes, I don't feel overwhelmed by chaos when I open my suitcase once I arrive at my destination and begin unpacking. So in the past, before doing this, I've sometimes been a little afraid to unzip the thing because it's packed so tightly and everything's just gonna pop out. So maybe you can relate to that. Now, here's my secret sauce for packing light, and that is to focus on essentials. It's easy to fall into the trap of bringing another item just in case. I might need this or I might need that. But the truth is you rarely end up using them. As I mentioned earlier, you can usually replace something you forgot. So I always prioritize the must-haves, and this really streamlines my packing and keeps it light. A good way to start is by making a list of your absolute necessities. We've already covered your capsule wardrobe. Next, you have essential toiletries, medications, and important documents. For toiletries, I like to stick to the travel size containers or, transfer my beauty products into some smaller bottles that are travel size. Of course, many items like shampoo, soap, blow dryers, they're usually provided by your hotel or your Airbnb, or can easily be purchased at your destination. I know that for me, I always have to buy hairspray. Those little travel size bottles, they never last long for me with this fine, thin hair. So I'm always purchasing a larger bottle when I get to where I'm going. Also, I pack lightweight, multifunctional accessories like a pashmina or a scarf, which can be worn when I'm cold, used as a blanket, a beach cover-up, or even just a makeshift bag. I also always pack a great pair of comfy socks for relaxing in. Technology also helps when you're traveling light. So instead of bringing multiple books, you can use an e-reader or download books to your smartphone or a tablet. I even have a travel size tripod for my videos when I'm on the road versus the large one that I have when I'm typically at home. And of course, a portable battery charger for my phone. Finally, invest in a good quality lightweight suitcase or backpack. It can really make a huge difference with lots of compartments for organization. I'll link the ones that I really like and use in the description for you. I found that by focusing on the essentials and eliminating non-necessities, I'm really able to pack light, which makes my trips so much more manageable and more enjoyable. Packing light means I have less to carry, less to worry about, and more freedom to be spontaneous. It also allows me to bring a carry-on versus a checked bag, which has so many benefits. If you're curious about what those benefits are, I've done a video on it and I recommend watching it next. Okay, wrapping things up. The 3 key strategies that I use for packing light are planning ahead by choosing versatile clothes, a capsule wardrobe, using packing cubes, and focusing on the essentials. If you're like me, once you experience the freedom and ease that packing light can bring to your traveling, you really won't want to ever go back to overpacking again. I hope you found this helpful for your next trip. Please consider subscribing if you did, and share your experiences and tips in the comments below because I really love connecting with fellow travelers. Safe travels and happy packing.